put the T on the piano. You were listening to Hommage à Rameau by Debussy. That's about as French as it's going to get. So this is my own homage. My father was half French, bottom half, so it meant that I didn't actually get to learn the language. So somebody over there having a bit of a chuckle there. There's not much of that, except for you. Welcome, myself and Jean Philippe Rameau. I actually did say to a French person, I said, "Have you heard of Rameau?" She said, "Pardon?" And I said, "Jean Philippe Rameau." "Oh, Rameau!" Anyway, so I shall be joined by Ima and also my friends here, the cavaquinho, which is a Brazilian instrument. And this instrument, some of you may be wondering what this is called. This is called Steve. That's the first joke and the best. And then I've got this little thing here, which will do some technological stuff for me. As Marcus said, I made a radio program about going to find out whether I was indeed related. I was going to send you off without letting you know the answer, but Marcus has told you. But that will save you. Give you something else to do, so you can listen to something else. Scott Joplin at the moment on Composer of the Week. Fantastic, actually. It's a brilliant program if you don't listen to Composer of the Week. My partner Mel says, "How come they're doing Rachmaninoff? And wouldn't they have done him before?" That's the second joke. But on to the things about myself, Rameau. I suppose this is my take on it. So there's some. Those of you who don't know what I do, I am a poet, comic, musician, and so there are some of those things in. And the three parts of the performance that you're about to see, those of you are going to see, is a prelude, and then there are three parts, music, dance, and poetry, the three parts that Rameau has organised for you tonight. But this is I thought I'd give you a little bit of a background, so I thought I'd write this out rather than stumble through it. So I wrote a little synopsis of why I'm here, really, doing this. When I was a bungalow boy in the town of Luton, there was talk of there being some long-ago fame in our family on my father's French side. Mum told us we had a connection to a man called Rameau, some sort of someone on the stage, known throughout France in the 1700s sort of time. In our box of old photos was Dad's grandmother, Euphémie Ingénie Rameau. The poised, fancy footwear of this woman seemed to corroborate a connection with the big man, and Grandma had danced with the Folies Bergère, more evidence. I was to learn that Jean Philippe Rameau was a keyboard composer of note, but for many years learned little more. When my daughter Isabella was going through her grades on the piano, there was a Rameau piece included. What a princely music. My curiosity was awakened. I borrowed CDs from the libraries in Stoke Newington and Finsbury Park, and from Camden Central Library in Swiss Cottage, I took away the biographical masterwork by Cuthbert Girdleston. It was brought up for me especially from storage. Storage. The great Frenchman seemed out of usage. My curiosity was fired up, and I would be given the chance of involvement in a BBC radio programme to investigate the man and possible family connection. Since then, I have continued my investigations into the music and the manner of Jean Philippe Rameau. So here's a picture of my grandma. This is Grandma here. That's Eleanor Rameau. That's Didi. And that is Euphémie Ingénie Rameau. Do you see those shoes? Look at them. I made an effort with those. And so in the radio programme, we had, whoops-a-daisy, pressed the wrong button there. We had our script, and I was to meet Eric. And Eric, Eric didn't speak any English, so it was Eric who told me that I wasn't related to Jean Philippe Rameau, but I was so excited about speaking in French that at the time it seemed less significant to me, because the name actually Rameau was lost and so the relatives don't carry that name. So that's what I learned. But I learned many things, and it continued my interest. And I learned about his wife. His wife was a singer, and Marie-Louise Major. And I'm going to sing you a little song about Jean Philippe wooing her on this instrument here. So we're going to go to the cavaquinho. So this is a tune of my own, but you will be getting some Rameau later on. So this is a villanelle. So we can think of this as the poetry, part of our poetry component tonight. So there's bits for you in this, okay? Section A, Section B. So Section A, your line is going to be, Mademoiselle, this villanelle's for you. Okay, so you're up, okay? So you're up on your last note, okay? Similar, but you're up on your last note, okay? So here we go. So this is Jean Philippe singing to Marie-Louise. So I'll give it. Mademoiselle, this villanelle's for you. Wait for it. And. Yeah, never give too much in a rehearsal. Okay. It's going to need a bit of work. Section B. Commitment. Here we go. So your line is, this love is inconvenient but true. Okay, so the main thing to remember is you're down. Okay, you're down on your last note. This love is inconvenient but true. And, wait for it. This love is inconvenient but true. Lucky you got quite a few verses to get this right. Okay. So when I give you the nod, okay, you do your best at singing. Okay, those of you who are struggling, let the leaders lead you. Okay, I like to think of this exercise as testimony to mixed ability teaching. That's joke number 3. Okay, here we go. Madam. Good. You've set my 18th century alight. Love is inconvenient but true. This composer's ill-composed when next to you. My chest as though my vest is very tight. Some say I've got no chance, not just no clue. But men of France won't fail without a fight. Okay, what I'm going to say to you is, I'm going to say to you, push it out, okay? Don't worry about error. Don't worry about making a mistake. It's more important that you commit than you worry about making errors, okay? I shall be watching you very carefully. All right, here we go. A cliche, but my head is all askew. My greatest fear, you'll disappear from sight. And... Oh, very nice. To have you wed to me would be a coup. And I believe this revolution's right. Love is inconvenient but true. Okay, and what we're going to do, we're going to the last verse now. I'm going to just do this a cappella, and I'm going to ask you to hold on to your you, okay, because they're going to sing their line. They're going to sing their line over you, so you hold on to your you, and then we'll have a wonderful culmination. Okay, so we're going to go a cappella. Here we go. You're sweeter than the pastries that I chew. I'm twice your age, but closer though in height. And keep hold on to that you. Now, hold on to that you. This. In the research for the programme, I got to listen to Zais, and for those of you unfamiliar with Rameau's work, I think the overture to Zais is possibly, well, it's my favourite of what I know of his work. It's a most wonderful piece, and Jonathan Williams was conducting that when I heard it. And afterwards, I thought about the piece, and I thought that although it was a wonderful presentation, I felt a bit angry with the story because Zais is a sylph, he's a god of the air, and he falls in love with a mere shepherdess, and he vows to marry her, but his friend says, oh no, you can't trust these humans, we've got to put a tester, we've got to test her. And so they put her through it to test her fidelity, and she's completely faithful, and the last thing is a celebration of them and they get married. But I think, no, he should have trusted you, you should have told him to stuff it. And so I'm going to sing you a version of a song that I've written for Zalid, the shepherdess. So she sings this to Zais after he said, oh, let's get married. And so Emma is going to come and play the piano. Could you please welcome Emma? So here we go. So this is Zalid singing. This is Gigon Rondo by Rameau. This is a grade 5 piece. And so if I were to have an introductory piece, if I should be introducing Rameau to somebody who'd never heard him before, this is probably the piece I'd choose, actually. So it's going to be adulterated with my lyrics. Zais, 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 the hoops through which you had me jump. Disturbance of the peace. You doubted me, didn't you, you chump? It is said they are blessed, the brethren for whom uncorroborated faith doth suffice. You tested me, infested me with confusion, 'twas an intrusion. You hurt me, you did the dirty on me. Like a head full of lice, it was not very nice, and I wish to return to my sheep. Zais, 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 at least I can say that I never gave in to your mate. The temptations were great. Did you sit and create them together? Did you let him know all of my weaknesses, all of my intimate fantasies, all of the secrets my folly revealed? Oh, give me the woolly ones, they trust you fully, and they never bully. I'm jolly well off with my crook and my collie to look for the ones that I've left in the field. Zais, 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 the bush I'll stop beating about. I'm off to the meadow, I'll live like a widow beyond the shadow of a dog. Where'd I put that thing? Here it is. Okay. It's not an excuse to talk. Here. This is my own drawing of Rameau. This is me sort of trying to depict him in one of his worst moods. That was Rameau, beautiful Rameau. He had his moments of disagreeability, like we all do. My partner Mel, she says that this looks like a cross between an Afghan and Frank Zappa. Actually, this drawing. There's an incident that Cuthbert Girdleston documents in the book. A little dog in the Palais Royal Gardens barked each time Rameau passed. "Madame," said he to the beast's mistress, "de grâce faites taire cet animal, il a la voix on ne peut plus désagréable." Now, would anybody like to try and translate that line there? Anybody like to translate? I'm sure we got a French connection. Yes, madam. I'll say it again for you because you probably didn't understand it the way I was saying it. "Madame, de grâce faites taire cet animal, il a la voix on ne peut plus désagréable."
Make him stop talking. He's got a very unpleasant voice.
Round of applause, please. Make him stop talking. He's got a very unpleasant voice. Okay, so I've written a little song about that. And this is also about. I was in Toulouse. One of the things that I did was I went and got the children to listen to some Rameau and doing some movements to it. So your bit on this very simple. You're all working as one group now. You'll be glad to hear. I sing Jean Philippe of Dijon. Your bit Jean Philippe. Okay, so it's Jean Philippe of Dijon. Jean Philippe. That's all you got to do. Okay, so sections A and B together. Okay. Jean Philippe of Dijon. Okay, here we go. All right, let's rock. Oh, let's not. Here we go. Jean Philippe of Dijon. A dog will bark at him each day while he is on his walk. Jean Philippe of Dijon. He makes no bones about it, it's the kind of talk he doesn't need a row. This powdered gentleman wants elsewhere in the park. I'm near Toulouse, it's on a Tuesday. I'm working in a nursery. And when our singing's over, I will hear a small voice say, "Bravo, monsieur," I'm sure those are the words I heard. "Bravo, monsieur, exceptional in one so young, and it will make my day." Later on that Tuesday, children come and show me drawings. My response is they are guttural to have a bit of fun. And one of these young artists will approach me with a question: do my grunting noises mean their work is good or badly done? Later in Toulouse, I will consider Monsieur Rameau and the dog that keeps on barking and his wanting it to go. Was the creature really giving the composer its approval? Was the barking in the park a misinterpreted hello? Jean Philippe of Dijon. I'm yappy and I'm happy that you're here with me today. Jean Philippe of Dijon. This is my attempt at singing and I'm asking you to play. Jean Philippe of Dijon. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, so we move on to our next image. We're going to go things that people have said about Rameau. It was Voltaire who said that he was Orpheus, Orphée Rameau. Those of you who don't know the story of Orpheus. So Rameau did write, I think it's an instrumental piece. Anybody might be able to correct me. I don't think he wrote a lyric for Orpheus, Orphée. Anybody know? Anybody care? Okay. Here he is. This is Eurydice. This is the three-headed dog. So he's keeping his distance from the three-headed dog there. This is the boatman. So Orpheus was such a wonderful musician that he could get the dog to stop barking. He could get the boatman to roam across the river. And as you know, the one thing that he hadn't to do was to turn round as they were walking up towards the light. That was the one thing he hadn't to do. He'd done all the other things. But as you know, and I shall tell you the end of that story as well, he did do it. He did turn around and look and lose his beloved. So I'm going to sing you a little version of that. And so I noticed actually, because so one of the things Rameau was a player with an Italian street group. Before he became the great composer that we know, he used to play violin, and he's not known for his violin. And he's playing a C chord there. He's holding a C chord down, which is going to appear in the little piece that I'm going to do, which is again the Gigon Rondo. So this is Rameau's here singing to the animals. We're going to go back There he is. And I'm going to, so this is, because that's what Orpheus did. He just decided that he would just sing to the animals and would disdain all human life, never see another woman. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to get Martin to move this over to here, to our 3 marks that are down here. So here he comes. And so this is Martin's big moment. We've made tape marks here. So here it comes. We're going to get them exactly the right position. Martin, professional. I think it's perfect. That's it. Can we please hear it for Martin's positioning? Okay, so the thing that D'Alembert said about Rameau was he gave us not the best music of which he was capable, but the best that we were able to take in. It's quite a fantastic things that have been said. Here we go. Of course, he had those who weren't so keen on him. The encyclopedists he fell out with, Diderot and Rousseau, more so. Okay, so here we go. So this is Orpheus. This is Rameau as Orpheus singing to the animals. I'm Orpheus. It's obvious. I'm oblivious to what is said. I chanced my arm, it worked a charm. Then what happened? It went to my head. I am in the abyss, what an horrible miss, when the life of my love was so near. They had made it so clear, if you turn to your rear, she'll disappear within a sec. With the job nearly done, within sight of the sun, she was there at my heels, I was thinking of meals we could share, but it's breakfast for one. Eurydice, you're rid of me, and I am reduced to a wreck. I left on a note that is stuck in my throat. Why couldn't I wind in my neck? Thank you. Okay. So I've written a letter to Jean Philippe Rameau. But before I do that, I've got to remember where I've put it, and I think I put it here. Poetry can be fun. Not tonight, unfortunately, but there are occasions. Are there any questions at this point before we go on to this letter over into Jean Philippe Rameau? Any questions? Any questions at all? Anything unclear? Anything? Okay. So this is a letter to Jean Philippe, and we're going to go into from it. This is about Jacques Bail. I used to write to a boy in France. He failed to write back to me very frequently, and I thought that if I sang him a song with some Rameau music, perhaps he would write to me, even though it was 40 years later. So could you please welcome, he works in a garage, could you please welcome Emma to come, and I'm going to sing you this song. This is a song I am singing to Jacques Bail, and Jacques Bail, don't know if he still works in the garage, but here we go. Oh, there's going to be a bit of dance in this. I'm going to do a bit of Baroque dance, ladies and gentlemen, because there is dance in the show, and I thought I should prepare you for the dance. Just move on to get this is a child's drawing of Rameau, to work with children, getting them to do stuff about Rameau. This is a picture of me and Rameau, my old friend there. This is a student played around with that and did that, but I think you prefer the one before, so we'll stick with that. You've got to know what an audience likes in this business. Okay, so we've got 4 minutes. So as I say, that's it. So Jacques Bail, he never used to write back to me. Well, he did, but he stopped writing to me. Perhaps it's because I used to write him rather lengthy letters and he was a bit worried. Okay, so Baroque dance. Emma here. Thank you very much indeed for the college having me. I hope you enjoy the concert. Emma. Jacques, you never wrote to me way back in 1963, but me and your French countrymen are trying now anew. I wanted to come to your garage, see you in your monkey wrench, assisting with the vehicles. I don't think that you knew, Jacques, just how much I wanted you to come here. How much I wanted to go there to share your culture and the air you'd pump into a pneu, but now I hope it's clear to you. Jacques, I lacked the knack of making you take any interest in my worldwide stamp collection or the brand new scouting camping knife my brother brought from Edinburgh. Jacques, I'm European too. Can you see any opening for me within your life? Jacques, will you give me the chance to come to France to dance with you? The lack of letters in the rack, perchance you can repair. Are carburettors still your thing? If you don't want to dance, then we can sing. Or I've got dominoes. You may not be my brother, Jacques, but you can be my frère. And very quickly, I'll tell you the other scoop that was in the programme, and that was that Jean Philippe Rameau wrote Frère Jacques. And so that is Sylvie. If you look up Sylvie's biography in French, it's in there. It's 1,000 pages long. So, Frère Jacques, finished with. Thank you very much indeed for coming along. I've been taking some pleasure. I shall be at King's Place in April doing more, not only Rameau, but Gluck and Dizzy Gillespie. So our last piece is Frère Jacques. So I'm going to start you. It's a round, as you know. Okay, so I'm going to start you off, and then, so I'm going to lead you, and Imra is going to lead you. So your bit, so you know the song, Frère Jacques, dormez-vous, sonnez les matines, ding dong, ding dong. Okay, right. Are you ready? So Emma is leading you. Okay, so don't listen to Emma, listen to me. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to start you. Emma's going to lead you. So you're going to have to be, so here we go. Thank you very much indeed. Lovely to be here at the Royal College of Music. My part of the performance is dedicated to people with teaching difficulties. Keep that going. Ding, dong, ding. Keep going. And. And again. Thanks very much. Enjoy the concert.